I've wasted far too much of my life overthinking everything, stressing about what others are saying and thinking about me, being excessively critical towards myself, and just fearing the worst. Whether it was fear of failure, fear of being seen, fear of not being good enough, and all of these things led onto me living a very lazy lifestyle, where I was constantly procrastinating. I just wasn't making progress in anything. I think so many of us struggle with wasting our time, our energy, our mental health, our focus, our physical health these days, and I wouldn't even blame us entirely. Our society is so deeply rooted in being a consumer. It literally encourages us to eat unhealthy food because it's so much cheaper and more easily accessible. And it encourages us to binge on screen time, whether it's on social media, scrolling through our phone endlessly, or whether it's through television and Netflix. And this creates so much mental fatigue, which prevents us from having the energy to actually do something of value with our time and our existence. Essentially, the heart of this video is all about how to go from being a consumer to being a producer, how to go from being a victim of your life and your circumstance to being somebody who is actively creating their dream life one step at a time. This video captures how I finally stopped wasting my life and tapped into true productivity in a way that was nurturing and kind to myself, not in a way that led on to burnout and an unhealthy routine. A lot of the time when we're wasting away on our couch watching TV and eating junk, it's not necessarily because that's what we want to do. It's because there are so many strong emotions, such as lack of self-esteem, personal stresses, procrastination rooted in fears that actually hold us back. So if you feel as though you're wasting your life and your precious time and energy on things that aren't actually of any value to you, and you want to ease yourself into a new lifestyle in a way that is going to be consistent and sustainable, then this video is for you. Firstly, you need to face the truth. If you do not acknowledge there's a problem, you cannot fix it. So many of us distract ourselves through being glued to screens, through going to parties and engaging in endless conversations and having outings that really don't lead anywhere or don't hold any true value. And it's because we're distracting ourselves from the truth of our lives and our state. It can be a really hard truth to acknowledge and admit that you've wasted a lot of your life on the wrong people, on the wrong career, with the wrong fears. But until you admit the truth, you can't do something about it. And your future is probably not going to look any different. So get out a piece of paper, get out your journal or even your notes app on your phone and start writing all the things that you do on an everyday level that equate to wasting time. Whether it's texting or calling your friends excessively, whether it's being on Netflix, whether it's scrolling on your phone. Be so brutally honest with yourself about where you've wasted your precious time and energy, and then we can start doing something about it. The second point is all about figuring out what actually matters to you. Okay, so now we know where we're wasting our time and energy, and once we figure out where we actually want to apply it, then we can literally block in time for it. So if every day after work you're watching Netflix for an hour or two, that is literally a waste of your time and energy. That is not helping you build a better future for yourself. Once you are aware of just how much time you are spending on that platform, you can actually make a change. And you can do it in a way that avoids burnout. So you can, for instance, put a timer on. You can allow yourself 20 minutes on Netflix. And once that time is gone, you can do something that is of true value to you, such as doing a workout, cooking a healthy meal, journaling, building that business, working on your website, creating content. There is so much you can do that will add value to your life. And it's doing these things at an everyday level that will truly change your life around. I have to say, I love Netflix shows. There are so many shows that I really enjoy watching that put me in such a good mood, but I don't do it excessively. I will, in the evenings, allow myself to maybe watch half an hour while I have my tea, while I'm having my dinner or something. And after that, I will do something productive, such as this video. I am now shooting this at 8 p.m. And yes, it was a little bit of a task to actually get up, get on with it, but I'm so happy that I'm doing it. And I know by the time I'm getting ready for bed, I will be feeling so much better that I actually did something of value with my day rather than just sitting in front of the TV for hours on end. The third point is all about killing your comfort zone. The truth is you'll never waste your life in one big decision. You'll waste it in 1,000 little ones. Oh, I'll just scroll for a little bit longer. I'll just watch one more episode. I'll just order in some junk food again today. These are the decisions that actually make us who we are. The only way to get out of your comfort zone is to start slowly doing things that make you uncomfortable. So it may feel uncomfortable to actually get up, put on your gym clothes, and go to the gym, but you know that's what's better for you. And once you get through that initial hurdle, that emotional hurdle of doing something that you really don't want to do on a cold, rainy day, do I want to work out or do I want to stay in and chill? Most people want to stay in and chill, but that's not what's going to make you healthier and fitter. That's not going to be good for your mental health. So you have to do the uncomfortable things to get to a stage where you're actually doing things that are really good for you. And do not trust your brain in this process. It will always try to get you to do what's easy, what feels good, what's comfortable in the moment. You literally need to say no, and you need to do things that make you uncomfortable. Otherwise, before you know it, you will literally be wasting so much time and you will not be improving in any area of your life. The fourth point is all about cutting the noise. The average person spends about 3 hours on social media a day. That's 1,000 hours a year. Can you imagine what you can do with that? You cannot create a meaningful life while you're constantly drowning in other people's noise. So delete apps if you need to, turn off notifications, and just be present in your life. Learn to spend time in solitude and actually listen to your thoughts. Start creating space for silence and read more books. These are the things that will help you with your focus. As long as you're surrounded by noise and you're constantly exposed to notifications from the moment you wake up, you will never have mental clarity and peace. You will be in a state of anxiety that you will bring to everything that you do. As you start to reduce the noise in your life, you will feel more calm and you will have a much better relationship with yourself and your thoughts. The fifth point is all about starting small. Now, a lot of people think that you will change your life around with this one great big moment, but that is not the case. It's all about the small steps that you do at an everyday level that help you get there. As a writer, I do not focus on the great big book that I want to write. I think about the next scene, sometimes even the next sentence. It's all about showing up as much as you can, because that consistency is what leads on to you finishing an entire book. So instead of thinking in these great big grand schemes, start thinking at an everyday level. If you want to become more physically fit, if you want to write a book, if you want to be a content creator, whatever your dream is, whatever your goal is, start thinking, what can I do at an everyday level? I will sit at my desk and write for 15-20 minutes. I will go to the gym. I will set up my tripod and attempt to shoot some content. These are the small steps that accumulate and that give us momentum to make the big changes. The sixth point is all about embracing failure. I'm going to be so honest with you. On this journey, out of wasting so much of your life, you will go back into bad habits regularly. You will still end up wasting time here and there. You will still struggle with focus. You will still struggle with procrastination. These are part and parcel of life. Failure is inevitable in almost every single thing you set out to do. You'll fall back into bad habits. You'll mess up. You'll lose focus. You'll feel like nothing's changing, and that is normal. Progress isn't about perfection. It's about direction. Every time you fail, you have to get back up. And that is how you build resilience, which is the muscle that you need to get anywhere in life. Don't waste your life avoiding failure. It's part of every single person's journey that has ever found success in anything. Reframe the way you think about failure. Start embracing failure. If somebody told you that you only need to fail 10 times, 20 times, 30 times before getting to your dream life, how quickly would you want to fail? How quickly would you keep trying to fail? The last point I have for you today is to remember how temporary everything is. Life is not promised to anyone. You don't want to look back on the limited time you have and think, gosh, I wish I did things so differently. It's such a sad thing to live with regrets. And yes, it's hard to pull yourself up when life knocks you down. It's hard to show perseverance when you're not seeing results. It's hard to deal with strong negative emotions that sometimes feel like they're suffocating you. But when you remember that all of that is going to go away, because inevitably everything goes away, you'll feel so much calmer within yourself, and it will give you a sense of motivation. Everything must come to an end, and no moment you go through will ever come back, and that means it all has value. Your time is truly short-lived and precious, so use it wisely and value it, and value yourself. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to give yourself grace and patience and self-love on this journey. Life can truly be testing and hard sometimes, and never ever give up on yourself or your dreams. Please remember to support me through liking, commenting and subscribing, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.